demands an apology. And let's be honest, Gabbie's done this a bunch of times.
Jessie has a right to bring this up every single time she wants to bring it up.
Stop using mental illness as an excuse for bad behaviour. Hey guys, so today we're talking about Gabbie Hanna, but I'm not going to go like full steam ahead into her docu-series. They're basically just vlogs, let's be honest. I do want to talk about the Bianca Devon situation. I'm not going to go into what the fuck happened at all. I'm not even going to really get into any of the apologies, any of the Twitter back and forth. I want to talk about YouTuber apologies. What happens when we, as watchers of YouTube, do when people demand apologies from people. Smoking Glow said it really well a little while ago. Apologies have never originally been there for the public. Although obviously there are circumstances where the public are affected, like for instance if someone says the N-word or normalises child paedophilia. I can understand when things like that affect people's audiences on a more mass scale. However, in general, if someone demands an apology, and let's be honest, Gabbie's done this a bunch of times.
Like, to not apologize back, to not take ownership of anything that you did to contribute to that.
She did this to Jessie.
I want a public statement and apology saying I should have never done this. It was inappropriate to share private conversations publicly. That is the way that I will stop talking about this and literally drop it.
Which, considering what Gabbie has done and said to Jessie, is just fucking ridiculous.
Gabbie told me when I communicated to her, this was after we had stopped being friends, but even though we had stopped being friends, one of the things that I believe you never do, even if you hate someone now, is hang out with their rapist and his friends. So I was hurt and I told Gabbie, this is fucked up, like I'm really hurt. And she defended herself when all of this happened and she said, I was hanging out with his friends, I wasn't hanging out with him, he just so happened to be there and he pulled me to the side, I didn't intend to talk to him, whatever. And I communicated with her and told her how much that hurt me. That was the point where she told me something like I will literally never fucking forget, because I cannot believe like till this day that she would say something like this. She said, Jessie, Curtis's friends didn't rape you. What the fuck do I say to that?
And that people even try on Twitter to say that Jessie doesn't deserve any apology at all. I don't know what's going on, but Jessie doesn't deserve any apology at all. Like, wow, what a prick. The reason for an apology is to show that you understand what you did, that you understand that you hurt someone, that you affected someone, and that you are sorry for your actions. The reason that a lot of YouTuber apologies are insincere is because they aren't sorry for what the fuck they did. And in this Bianca situation, I think that Ready to Glare was sorry for getting involved in that situation. However, there are definitely people who I've seen on Twitter now excuse their behaviour. If someone sees that they have done nothing wrong, let's be honest, like with all of Gabbie's apologies, there is a reason that they seem insincere. I would rather these influencers were to take time away and understand why what they did is wrong, and then come back and apologise sincerely for it. Because let's be honest, there's fucking loads of people that have apologised, and then 2 seconds after, Angelica Oles has what seems like manipulated a mother into saying that she didn't need an apology, that those channels, those people have now turned around and said that they never had to apologise. So it just shows that they apologised because they felt pressured into doing that, not because they were actually sorry. That to me is quite sad in this situation, because you're apologising to a family who has lost their daughter, who still have to live every single day without their daughter. If adults cannot see, the apology is not for Gabbie. There's been a lot of stuff around this Gabbie, Angelica and Bianca Devon's family. Like I said, I'm not going to get into it because that family doesn't need to be involved in this. That family deserves peace. And the only thing anyone should be showing is the petition. They shouldn't be going into what the fuck happened that day. This is the one time where I would say you don't have to show what the fuck you did. If you're sorry about it, just apologise. Send the family an apology. I'm so sorry for what I did or said. I should never have involved you guys. In this situation, Gabbie isn't doing this for the right reasons. She's doing this for herself. She's even said on Twitter that she didn't demand an apology for the family. She demanded an apology for herself because she was victimised. Can she, for the love of fucking God, stop victimising herself in every fucking situation? She is not always the victim. I mean, for Christ's sake, she has the gall to turn around to Jessie on that phone call and say that she is allowed to talk about Jessie's rape because Jessie was apparently in the wrong.
Let's keep this offline and just sue me, and we'll see what happens in court. And then we don't have to bring our followers through this. We don't have to bring our fans through this. And we get to the bottom of what's been, hurting you. Just sue me, and then we won't have to bring our fans into this.
I'm more interested in bringing my fans into it because those are the ones who are affected. I still have to clear my name, so I have to keep doing this.
You are narcissistic abusers. And you have been for 6 fucking years, Jessie Smiles.
Someone said this really fucking well. He hit the nail on the fucking head.
Jessie has a right to bring this up every single time she wants to bring it up. If she wants to bring this up 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for the next 50 years of her life, that is her right, as if this is what happened to her, not you. You have no part in this.
It is not Gabbie who was raped. It is not Gabbie who was victimised in that situation. And by consistently turning around to Jessie and saying that how dare Jessie put her in this situation, how fucking dare Gabbie. This is why I haven't spoken about Gabbie on my channel, even though there's a lot that's happened and I might break it down eventually, but at the same time I don't want to give her attention because I don't think she fucking deserves it. I think that she's very, very, very toxic and mentally ill, unstable person, and by consistently talking about these topics, and it seems like there's no one around her to pull her fucking phone away from her and just be like, go to therapy, stop obsessing over something that happened fucking years ago. I mean, she even spoke about the rice gum situation. Jesus, wasn't that 5 years ago or some shit? So even though I think a lot of people deserve apologies from Gabbie Hanna, we can't, as the public, demand it. What is the point of her apologising when she doesn't understand what the fuck she's apologising for? I don't mean that in a horrible way. I don't mean that any single person that has been victimised or berated or abused by Gabbie, I mean, let's be honest, she fucking throws around mental abuse, narcissistic abuse, all those kind of things. She throws those words around a lot.
Narcissistic abuses, when somebody hurts you over and over and over again over a prolonged period of time, and then whenever you finally stand up for yourself, they say you're having a breakdown. This is me responding to abuse since 2018, slanders and defamation since 2018, constant gaslighting, and consistently inserting herself into my life and drama, because that's what narcissistic, gaslighting, abusive people do, is they want to say whatever they want, and then if you respond, then you're a bully.
In every apology video I think I've ever seen of Gabbie's, especially this series, even though I've only seen clips of it, I'm gonna be honest, my mental health at the moment is really bad. My depression is at an all-time high at the moment. I can't put myself into that spiral. I have seen the clips where, for instance, with Escape the Night, just quickly, she says that, yeah, I was a bitch.
And don't get me wrong, I was bitching the whole time. Blew up at the director. I blew up at probably Daniel.
Love you. Sorry for being evil, low blood sugar me is the worst version of me.
All of a sudden, she'll put up, oh, it's because of her ADHD. This is why she would have been acting like this. Cause
I was just unprofessional. Dude, a lot of people have a lot of stories about me being unprofessional. I promise you that. There's no shortage of them. I used to be really difficult to work with, and probably in the wrong setting, I'm still really difficult to work with.
I'm pretty sure I have some type of ADHD, and even if I don't, there's plenty of people replying that thread saying that ADHD doesn't make you act like a bitch. It doesn't make you speak to people like that. It doesn't make you treat people like that. Stop using mental illness as an excuse for bad behaviour. It is your responsibility as a fucking adult. She's my age. It is your responsibility as an adult to know when you are being toxic. I'm pretty sure I said this about Trisha. It is your responsibility. No one else's. And when you treat people badly, that is your fucking fault. And you need to understand that you are not in the right. You are not always in the right. No one is always in the fucking right. It's hard to admit when you're wrong, but fucking hell, she can never, ever, ever admit when she is wrong. Just grow up. Grow up. Like with the food for escape, she was turning around and saying that it was someone else's fault because there was no healthy food there.
Not eating enough and not eating the right food, and in the mental state of every time I eat one of these like snacks from Crafty, I'm blowing up 100 sizes. At 4 p.m. I was like, hey, can I get some food to one of the producers? And they said the kitchen doesn't open till 5. And I was like, what? I've been here all day and there's nothing but snacks available.
Because she had specific requirements she wanted, didn't provide her requirements that she wanted.
Every single person is sent a form days before we start filming to get people's medical information and their allergies and any food restrictions. Gabbie didn't fill this out until the day we were on set.
Filling out my medical information.
You're supposed to fill this out beforehand so we can get everything prepared and make sure that we have your dietary restrictions accounted for. So I don't understand how you expect things to be done for you when you don't do the work yourself.
But also, let me know if you want anything in the ETN trailer. I'm having production assistants do shopping this week for snacks/drinks. She never got back to me with anything. All she said was, I need hella healthy shit, or else I'll eat all the chips.
Bunch of candy here in case you have a sweet tooth. There's some fruit and vegetables, some little energy supplements, seaweed snacks. These are like more healthy snacks here. And then in the fridge, I'll have fruit plates, veggie plates.
He was also the person who promised me that he personally would take care of my meals. It just turned into this thing of like, Gabbie's a diva.
I'm honestly like on the verge of tears. I'm so specific about food and I've been eating bad shit and feel fat and my stomach hurts from eating literally anything I can with substance. She can't have mangoes, no dairy, and no sugar. There are options there. Chicken, black beans, bacon, dried cranberries, and a little blue cheese crumbles, balsamic on the side, please. Okay, here's a pic of the salads that I made at Whole Foods. Disregard the pizza here. I was hungry. I made her salads, I got her grape leaves, I got her a bunch of hummus packs, I got her some chicken and rice on the sides, and that is something that I did daily while she was on set. And guess what? I brought those to set. Maybe one was eaten. She was eating everything else on set that was unhealthy, and that's not on me, baby girl, that's on you.
I mentioned this on a tweet. In every other job, you have to bring your own food or go out and pay for it yourself. She's not special. I don't want to keep acting like she is. She's honestly just a really toxic person. There's nothing good I can say. And with that, if you liked the video, please give it a like. If you didn't, you're welcome to give it a dislike. Subscribe if you feel like it. I try to post about once a week. I apologise that it's super sporadic at the moment. Like I said, my mental health is absolutely fucking shit. But thank you for watching and I hope to see you all very soon in the next video. Bye!